What's the deal? It's the boy Duane McClean at Duane McClean TV. Back again in the formal shirt. I'm on my job interview shirt. You know I'm not going for a job interview. Just want to throw it on today. Today I'll be talking about the chip. I did a video the other day on ID 2020. And there's a channel I like to watch called What Happened to Common Sense. I like that channel. The guy, he looks just like Tyler Perry, but he's very funny. And he's also very woke as well. Go check him out, What Happened to Common Sense. And he also posted up a post talking about the chip and that is coming and there's no way that we're going to be able to refuse it. Some way like that. And it kind of correlated to what I was talking about. And I also got to answer this question. A lot of people on my last video were saying, have I been compromised? And people were like, oh, he sold out. I wonder what goes on through y'all head when y'all say this. I think I can see what people are saying now when they come at me and say, well, anytime somebody sees some success, they have to sell out. I personally don't feel like I've succeeded on YouTube, but it's better than getting subscribers on YouTube is so hard that even with 4,000 subscribers, you're actually doing more than the average person because it's really hard to get subs. It's really hard. Like anybody can get Instagram followers, but it's really hard to get subscribers on YouTube. So I guess people are seeing my channel getting bigger. I was on Jeffrey Darty's channel, shouts out to him. And I guess people are starting to think that, hey, maybe he's selling out. I don't know what goes on through their minds when they say that. When I got on Jeffrey Darty's channel, he really just see me sub, clicked on my channel, like what he's seen, and invited me to the show. Plain and simple. No, I have not sold out. I barely make any money on these videos. I think the most I make on the most money I made on my video was my Little YACHTY video, and that video brought me in $15. I think got 5,000. My Kobe Bryant video had 30,000 views. I think I only made 10 bucks. On the average, I make $2 to $3 on a video, and not many YouTubers tell y'all their numbers. So no, I haven't sold out. And I think the part that people are saying where I sold out in the last video is the fact that I brought up the pros and cons of the ID 2020 or the chip system. And all I did was state a fact that if there was a chip system in place, that it would negate or slow down child trafficking. Basically, if you have a child and you have a chip in their hand or whatever, same thing with having a dog. You know, you have a dog, the dog gets lost, you know exactly where your dog is at, you can ping it. It's the same thing that you can probably ping the chip, you know. That is the only thing that I said that I was like, hey, that'd be one of the good things I could see that come out of it. Because you have to start thinking like, damn, if that was to become a reality, what would be the pros and cons of it? All I did was point out a fact. I never said that that's what I want. I don't want the government to have the pen or the chips because, for one, I like to have cash. I like to have cash. I like to count cash, and they want to get rid of cash. I like gold. Gold has a value. With the chip system in play, it's going to be all digital. So meaning your gold, it will still, I'm pretty sure they'll find a way to have a value, but it's not really going to have a value to it. And our money right now, I don't know if you know about this, but our money has no value. Like you used to take your money to a bank and they'll give you gold in return. But now with the Federal Reserve Act that I think JFK did, it made your money worthless. If you look at it like a dollar bill, it basically tells you that this is just a IOU. It's just a promissory note. It's just paper. It doesn't really have any value to it. But gold will always have, like I can go to any place right now and sell my gold and they'll give me cash back. You know, I don't think when you sell your gold, they're gonna upload the cash on a card. But with the chip in play, you go sell your gold, they're gonna probably scan your chip and put it on there that way. And another reason why I want the chip, it gives the government complete control. They're gonna know exactly where you're at all times. You're never gonna be able to get out the matrix. I'm pretty sure I wouldn't mind starting like a little, how can I put it, Amish town or something like that, you know what I'm saying? To where we all go and just live off the grid. I would love to try that for like a year and some change. Just to try it, just to, you know, you got so many years on this life, why not try to live in different ways? Like, when my kids get older, I'm in my 40s and 50s, there's things that I want to do. Like, who knows, I might want to go live in the wild or something, you know what I'm saying? Like, you just can't get off the grid. And then another thing, the government will have full control over your account. So, right now, say there's a vaccination going on. They say it's a mandatory vaccine. You can say, well, I don't want to do the vaccine. And they can't really penalize you anyway, except, how could they penalize you except telling you to go to jail or something, or saying you are a terrorist or something. I'm pretty sure if you deny the vaccine or some type of way, because I really think that is what this coronavirus is for, is to bring out mandatory vaccines. Even though Trump said that, hey, if you don't need the vaccine, if you don't have any symptoms, don't go get the vaccine. But I'm thinking about the next virus, and the next virus that comes up probably might be even deadlier, and people are going to see that and go get the vaccine, okay? And I think if they say if you don't get the vaccine, you are a terrorist or you are considered a threat. So that can be a way I can see them saying, hey, you got to get the chip. But just say they don't even use that terrorist threat. What other way could they use to threaten you? So say, hey, I don't want to get the vaccine. They have no way to threaten you. You still can go out, say you have a personal business, and people can pay you in cash. You can still build money. You can still live. If the chip system is in play, you don't get the vaccine, they say, well, we'll shut your chip down to where you can't access anything, which is the same way how they explain it in the Bible as the mark of the beast, the same exact way. Now, if you look at the mark of the beast or the chip, what the chip is a pin. It's an access pin. It's a key. I don't know if you guys know too much about IT or anything, but your debit card, the chip on it, your bank account, that is not your actual bank account. That's just access to it. You put the key in, you put a pin in, and now the pin and the key is to identify who you are. All right. It's just layers to get to your real information. And so the chip is going to be like a pin. So basically you'll go somewhere, you'll give them your ID, they'll scan the chip, and now you have access to everything you want. But they can shut you down with that. That's not something I'm cool with, knowing the fact I have to listen to the government, you know? And another thing with this whole virus thing is showing you how well could people comply. I personally think if they were to make a chip system, there'll be way, way more people saying, okay, I'll do it, than it will people that say no. Look, guys, this is a small community. This truther community is very small. All of us in here are saying no. There's a bunch of people out there who are going to say, yeah, I'm okay with it. And especially if they can use what I pointed out earlier in the video, saying that it can negate child trafficking. I already know that that's going to be the first way that they are going to use to scare people into getting the chip. Like, hey, it can slow down child trafficking. That's pretty much probably one of the reasons why so many women and kids have been missing in the past couple of years. Because if you can get the middle class terrified, especially the females, the women, and you want them terrified, and you know there's a lot of single mothers out there, and it's like, hey, if you can play with their heads and get them terrified to where they'll go along with the chip, of course men are going to go along with it too. You know, you have to do it that way. And if they can do it that way and put that fear into them, that is going to be the ways how they're going to bring the chip system into play. I already know they're going to try to use some type of scare tactic, but I just pointed out that would be one of the good things. Now, how am I wrong by saying a system in play can negate child trafficking? Going against child trafficking is not a bad thing. I don't know, like last time I checked, let me turn my notifications off. Just because I say it's not a bad thing doesn't mean that I'm for it. How am I selling out? And then people are saying I'm selling out. Selling out to who? Who is it I'm actually selling out to? I don't get paid for this. There's nobody calling me and saying, hey, we're going to pay you if you talk good about the IDs. Y'all see me with grown-up chains. I have teenager chains on then, adolescent chains. You know what I'm saying? Like, not baby chains no more. Like, what y'all? I don't get what goes on to people's heads when they saying I sold out because I stated a fact. If you think about the chip system in play and every child had it, your kid cannot get kidnapped because you will know where they're at. Only way your kid can get kidnapped is if they get the kid and they cut the chip out their hand and then kidnap them. But you will know where the last place the chip was at. And then there's cameras everywhere. We're going to be in a 5G technology-based system. There's going to be 5G on every light pole. And there's going to be a camera like on everything. So how could your child get kidnapped? As soon as the person who kidnaps them, they will automatically have access to that person's face and can probably ping their chips as well. It would have to take so much shit to kidnap a child. I don't think it'd be worth it. But I'm saying it won't completely eliminate it, but it will minimize it. That is just a fact. That's not me saying that's what I want. That is, if you sit down and think about the chip system, that is one of the things that will come out of it. That is, whether you like it or not, that is one of the ones that will come out of it. And that is what they're going to use to get people to fall in line with. Like, hey, this can keep your child from getting kidnapped. They're probably going to stage a bunch of kidnappings on TV, just showing, hey, your child's getting snatched up, your child's getting snatched up. I wouldn't be shocked if they even have actors, because you know that they have to do certain things to bring in certain bills. Like when they want to look, when the last time we had a massive shooting? I remember last year before last, we had a massive shooting every month almost. There's a mass shooting every month. Why? They don't want civilians buying AR-15s. They don't want civilians having extended clips. We're the only country in America and in the world where people who can buy the most guns. I talk to people in the UK and I talk to people in other countries. You know what I'm saying? Just since having a YouTube channel, people hit me up and they tell me straight up, they don't get to buy guns like that, how we can buy guns in America. So with the massive shootings, they were asking people saying, get rid of the guns like idiots. You know what's going to happen if we had to get rid of the guns. You know what that means? It means that we're going to be it's going to be easier to employ martial law. If they employ martial law right now, they got to worry about a whole lot of civilians with guns, and they got to worry about losing a lot of manpower. I don't give a damn how many people you got in riot tanks and all that. That can scare a lot of people, but the people that it don't scare, there's some people out there who's ready to die right now for what they believe in. And they got ARs, automatics, Glocks, all types of guns. They don't want that heat. They want the fight as easy as possible. If it was me, I would want to fight somebody. I would want the fight to be easy as possible. Like, it's almost like fighting a bigger person, but you get them extra drunk or something, or you throw salt on their eyes or something. You don't want to fight them, but they're sober and they're adrenaline pumping, you know? Like, that's why they have to do certain things. So I would not be surprised one day, which I hope they don't do, because I don't want nobody's kid getting kidnapped, if they start staging kidnappings to implement the chip. Now, another thing with the chip, that's not going to come probably to another 10 to 15 years. It's not going to be next year that it happens or the year after next. It's 300 million people in the United States. Right now, they are overseas testing on third world countries to see if it works. They already been testing in animals. Like when you have a dog, you put the chip in your dog, you can ping your dog and know where he's at. They already tested in the animals. It's already in your phone. They can track you with your phone. They know, your phone knows where you at. I remember one time I walked into Walmart, my phone like, oh, you're inside of Walmart. Did you want to get this and this, what you looked up? Like, your phone knows everything. You know, and I'm only really making this video to talk about the chip idea and to elaborate more on it, but it's also to let people know that somebody coming to me saying I sold out with 4,000 subs is crazy, is very belligerent, is messed up, that so many people who I've seen been subbed to my channel for so long want to not see me succeed. They just like, oh, let me write him off, because I point out a fact that is one of the facts. It's almost like with gun control. If you take the guns off of that, one of the facts would be, I don't really see a good fact from it, but it would take out the guns of less people with it will lower gun violence in like rural areas, not in the hood. We all our guns illegal, but when I mean like accidental shootings, if you lower the gun control, it will lower accidental shootings. You know, like kids playing with guns and shooting themselves, or somebody with a mental illness getting a gun and killing somebody. It will lower that if you had gun control. That's a fact. That's not saying I'm for it, but that's a fact that will happen. It will lower it. Like, how am I wrong for pointing out a fact? You know, but it just shows me how people are really thinking. I see why people ask me those questions. Are like, oh, why is it when somebody succeeds, they have to sell out? I don't really think I succeeded. I really think I really just cracked the barrier where I want to be. You know, I was expecting to be at 4,000 subs by this time, but that's not a lot in my eyes. I look at 4,000 subs. I can't go to somebody like, yeah, man, I got 4,000 subs. That's not something I can do. You know, maybe 14,000, but that's the goal, is to get to 10 by the end of this year. Hopefully I can get to 10. I won't be happy. I'll be happy shit. I get to 5. I'm gonna lie to you. But y'all better stop slandering my name out here talking about I sold out. You know what I'm saying? I'm the hood Illuminati man. They ain't gonna never get me. I can't believe y'all say some crazy stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Y'all supposed to be subbing to me. You know what I mean? Like, all because I point out a fact. That junk got me really hot. But it is what it is. It's the boy Dwayne McClain, Dwayne McClain TV. Y'all want me to speak on anything else, leave it in the comment section. Y'all be safe out there. Let me know if y'all like my shirt. You know what I'm saying? Let me know if y'all feeling the goatee, man. I'm going to shave it off soon. I really don't like it. You know what I mean? Let me know if y'all feeling that. You know what I'm saying? I got that vampire look, that Wolverine look. You know what I'm saying? I got that Deborah off Dragon Ball Z look. You know what I mean? Let me know what y'all. Let me know if y'all like that. But it's the boy Dwayne McClain TV. Y'all subscribe to the channel. You know what I'm saying? Hit that like button. Share this. I'm out.